you guys, welcome back to my garden. In today's video, we're getting ready to plant outside. I am so excited and I have been waiting to get the opportunity to come out here and plant up at least my front entryway. I went in yesterday and I put fresh soil inside of these containers. They're all ready to be planted up. Early March, I'm not worried about if we're gonna have another snow because all of these plants that I'm throwing in here can take fluctuations in temperature. If we have a cold snap, they'll be able to tolerate those as well. I'm gonna be using some of those early spring, late winter plants that come up naturally in our landscape. I was able to get my hands on some beautiful plants recently when I went to Sherwood's forest, and oh my God, they are some jewels, literally. So I'm going to show you guys our main action piece in these containers. Aren't you guys excited to see them? Woo! Look at these beautiful flowers here. I'm going to get these girls planted up. They're beautiful, and then we'll talk about each one. Right, so our first plant is Winter Jewels Amethyst Gem. Look at that beauty. She's so beautiful. Deep burgundy, purplish foliage, and then she has the butter yellow inside. So this is going to be our first plant that we're going to use. Then we're going to come in with Winter Jewels Black Diamond. And I mean, this bud right here is not open, but if you go in and look at that, with a chartreuse yellow feel, oh my, just giving me life and that more abundantly. Double Fantas Helleborus. So she starts out at this beauty right here, and then you see how she quickly ages. She quickly ages here, and then you got the double pedaling. You just cannot ask for more. But look at this girl. Oh, let's get into it. Can we get into this? Look at that. Hold on, wait. What a darling. All right, y'all, let's get to planting. Plants can be found at Sherwood's Forest Nursery. It may seem like I just popped a bunch of spring color into a large concrete pot, but au contraire, this look was inspired by the collection of Hellebores that I have here in the containers. Then it's brought in by this beautiful rose blotch pansy. So if we get in and we look at this rose blotch pansy, you can see the color variations and how it brings all of the container together to make one cohesive look. Let's go ahead and get a close-up on everything in the container. So if we look at this beautiful rose blotch pansy, isn't that so beautiful? So if we get in on this, if you see it, you can see the burgundy, the deep dark rose burgundy foliage, and then you can see the purple hue. You can see a tinge of butter yellowish white, and then you can see that canary yellow. And then we have the canary yellow pansy here, the purple and buttery yellow pansy here. And then we have our butter yellow that has a canary yellow throat. So everything flows in. I also have the Monrovia True Blue Fescue. Now, isn't that just adorable? If we get in and we look at this, I mean, it's gorgeous in the way that the True Blue Fescue complements that. Everything is amazing. And if we just so happen to walk by at that point in time where you see the wind just blowing the hellebore, or maybe bend down to pick up a newspaper or something, you may be able to see how all of these colors just complement and all go well together. All the plants that we use, and we have the Fantas with the beautiful blooms. So everything is just beautiful, and I'm loving this show. You guys are using Hellebores in your containers. Just a quick tip. So when I put my Hellebores in, I made sure not to disrupt the root system. And one of the reasons why I went about planting them that way, and I do this every year that I use Hellebores in my early spring containers, I don't rough up the roots because they do not like to be disturbed. So when I take these out of the container, I'll make sure that I'm going to site these Hellebores in a place where I don't have to move them, because they don't take transplant well. In previous years before, whenever I would get my Hellebores, I would have to give them to someone who had a shade garden. So now that I have my own little area situated up underneath my 2 large maple trees, I'll have somewhere to transplant these girls out into my garden. As I've said before, my garden is full sun. One of the advantages of doing container gardening is you can really manipulate the season, the time, and the environment to what you need it to be. So in the spring, my garden will naturally mimic a part shade garden in the summertime. The sunlight that it gets is not that intense summer sunlight. So I'm able to plant these Hellebores out in full sun. So even though in a couple of weeks my crabapple tree will be bursting through with its beautiful blooms, I'll still have full sun because of my west orientation facing house. And the canopy of the tree is tall enough to where the sun will come right through directly to these 2 containers. So I'm going to have to make sure when the temperatures heat up, I'm going to go ahead and transfer these where they will be comfortable for many years to come. So now that I have my beautiful containers planted up, I'm going to go ahead and get them watered in. I was eager for spring, and at the first opportunity, I pounced at the chance to get out here and plant up my entry containers for spring. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know, how do you feel about this look in the containers? Also, I want to know, have you guys planted up any early spring containers? Drop down in the comment box, let me know. I would love to hear from you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.